Hello there. Welcome once again to Living on Purpose. My name is Fola Daniel Adelesi, also known as Fola Daniel Speaks. Today, I want to tell you, don't rate yourself by your rejection. The fact that somebody else rejected you does not mean that you're not good enough. There are people who have consistently rated themselves by how other people rate themselves. People are free to say whatever they want. People are free to say whatever they like, but sometimes they may not be objective. There are times when people are telling you you're not good enough because they deliberately want to bring you down. They deliberately want you to feel bad. I remember having an experience somewhere where somebody told me this was not a good performance at all. But that was just one person. But several other people in the same space told me, wow, that was great. That was fantastic. I like the way you're doing your things. I like what you did. And even from that place, I got recommendations to do other bigger stuff. But one person had said, you're not good enough. If I had stood on what that person said, if I relied only on what that person said, I would have been dejected. But when several other people said, no, this is fantastic, this is really good, and they proved it by even giving me more recommendations and more platform, then I realized that I was just wasting my time if I stood on what the other person said. There are several cases like that. Somebody's opinion, it may not necessarily be valid as far as you are concerned. Don't let people bringing you down. Don't let people keep bringing you down just because of how they rate you. The fact that somebody thinks or says that you are not good enough does not in any way mean that you are not good enough. Don't rate yourself by the rejections of other people. There are times when people just say, no, you're not good enough. Not because you're not good enough, but because they themselves have a problem with something. They themselves have issues with something else. And based on the issue they have with something that is not or that's something that is not related to you, they then say that you're not good enough. If you take on words like that, you will keep bringing yourself down. You must be objective about how you evaluate yourself. Talk to people who are sincere. Talk to people who really want to see you grow. Ask them questions. Are there things I should be improving on? What do you think I should be improving on? What do you think I can do better? In what areas can I become a better version of myself? If it's a product, how can I package this product better? If it's a service, how well can I do this service? Or in what areas can I improve on my service? So the moment you do that and you keep working on it, forget about the rejections of other people. I've seen people who have been rejected so many times, yet they eventually succeeded. And the moment they succeeded, everybody wants to start supporting them. In fact, somebody said, people will not support you until they see that it is popular to do so. And I saw something that happened recently for a young lady, and so many people were supporting that young lady. But I asked myself a simple question. If this young lady had come out by herself asking for help, how many people would have helped her? But when one person who is seen as a celebrity decided to help that lady, every other person started helping that lady, and she got more help than she deserved. So do not in any way rate yourself simply because of the rejection of other people. A guy says you're not beautiful, well, he's the one who is blind. A girl says you're not handsome enough, then she's short-sighted. Don't say you're not handsome or you're not good enough just because somebody thinks you're not good enough. There are several other parameters to rate how good you are. There are several other parameters to determine how important your services are and how credible they have been. There are things you can do. There are people you can go to. There are measures. There's data that you can introduce to determine whether what you're doing is good enough or it's not good enough. Don't just let one person say you're not good enough, and because of that, you stop doing everything that you're doing. You cannot rate yourself absolutely just because somebody else said that you're not good enough. One of the things I want you to do differently so that you don't just run with, oh, they've said I should not rate myself by the rejection of other people. You also need to make sure that what you're doing is really good, extra good, super good. So much so that if one person says to you that this thing is not good enough, you know that definitely this person is lying. And for that person to say that, every other person would even look around and say, hey, how can you say this? We can all see the excellence on the job or in what this person is doing. So how can you even say that this person is not good enough? So improve yourself. Constantly seek feedback. Talk to other people. Ask questions. Am I doing this thing well enough? Am I doing it the right way? Is there a better way? Are there new accessories? Are there new gadgets that can help me do this thing better? The moment you have taken care of those ones and you make sure that you are someone who seeks to improve, then don't allow the rejection rate of other people to determine who you are. Work on your self-esteem. Work on your confidence. Because if you don't work on your self-esteem and your confidence, when other people reject you, the first thing they will seek to attack with their rejection is your self-esteem and your confidence. When your self-esteem becomes low and your confidence drops, then you are in trouble. It will affect too many other things. So remember, don't let the rejection rate of other people determine how you rate yourself. Thank you.